Yes, you are welcome back again for today's class. So in today's class, we are going to be looking at text and typography. Yes, just like I said in the last video, and we're going to look at it very soon. So yes, today is very soon. All right. So let's get started. So right. Remember the shortcut for text is what T. Or you come here, right? The beautiful thing about shortcuts is they help you design faster or they help you work faster. Alright, rather than trying to drag your mouse down looking for where T is, or looking for where line is. Alright. So and we can try to write here. So yes. So what can we write? Okay. So yes, I left these two shape here because I want to make use of them so that you can be able to see what I want to try to do. Okay, so let's try to make it a stop. Okay, so let's stop. So yes, so by default, you can see this section here. You have typography. All right. So you can come here. So you see this says that installed by you, that is the font that I have installed on my system, right, that I have available on my system. So I can close this or click on it and then it shows me this drop down. So I have all fonts. I have fonts in this file. I have popular fonts, I have Google font, and I have variable font. All right. So we have for Google font, font that are available on Google that I can be able to make use of. But then I'm not so sure you can be able to make use of all of them in Figma app here. But if you are making use of the web version, it allows you to make use of different fonts as we know it. All right. Or basically the name is called typeface. All right. So and then you have as many as you want to, depending on the one you are looking for. So and then you have different ones on your phone, on your system rather. So so let's make use of, let's say, Montserrat. So I think Montserrat, or maybe a long font gives us that view that I'm probably looking for. Montserrat, where are you? I could just easily search it. All right, let me just use that to teach you something else again. You can search instead of, because of you have tons of fonts on your system, so you can actually search for it. So if you know what you're looking for, you can just search it. So because if I know what I'm looking for, and what I'm looking for is what Montserrat. Yeah, this is it here. So once you click on that, you have another things to do. All right, there's a way you can tweak your text. All right, you have this here to be regular. By default it leaves it as the regular font. All right, so do you want it to be just choose the one that you're looking for. So we can make use of this black here. All right, so another is the size. All right, could change the size. Let's make use of this. So and then we have the line height. All right, so if you feel like you are not cool with the line height, you can edit it here as well. And then we have the letter spacing. All right, and this letter spacing, it's, for example, okay, the letter spacing is actually the space between each letters that you have. All right, so that means the space between letter S and letter T, O, and P, the space between them. All right, you can reduce it and you can increase it. All right, so let's say you want to increase, see there is more space between the letters. All right, and you can reduce it to ensure that all are squeezed together. All right, so depending on what you are looking for. All right, this gives you, just like I said in the last class, that it gives you the room to be flexible with what you are doing. All right, then for this I wanted to explain the line height. You might not be able to understand it because of we are just having something just here. So let's say you are having a lot of words, or let's say I try to type in again and I click on enter, and I say, let me say stop novels, let me stop talking. All right, so you have this here, okay, stop novels. All right, so by default you have this as auto, that's the default, okay. And let's say you don't like the space between stop and novels together, it's too much, or maybe it's too small. All right, so you can edit it to your liking. Yes, you can. So you can edit. So we are having 156, so you can decide to have let's say, so we have 156, and 156 you can increase it to, let's say, 160. You can increase it again, see, and you can decrease, see. So it's very flexible, just depending on what you are looking for. All right, so if this is it and you are good. All right, so and we also have the alignment. All right, so we have three major alignments. We have the left align, we have the center, and we have the right align. All right, so by default when you are writing, you write at the left hand side, from left to right. And let's say you don't want it to be like this, you want it to be center, so you see it adjusted. So from stop resting on the wall of the text, it comes to the middle. All right, and we have right align, so it comes, so it's resting on the right side, okay. And we have this also. All right, align to top, we also have align to middle, we also have align bottom. All right, so by default just leave it as align top, okay. So and this will and then you can actually change the color of your text to as many to your preference, okay, to your preference. So let's say you're looking for stop as well. All right, so and yeah, you can just leave it as black, I think, or okay, black is fine, okay. And let's say we want to, so let's take it back to the default. This, so if you want to take it back to the default, let's say you don't know the original line height that was there before, you can just, once you select there, you can just type in there and type auto. It's going to give you back the default. And this also, default is a 0, okay, default is 0. And yes, so the next thing I want to explain now is, I'm going to delete this, is I want to explain how to write in, let's say, in boxes. All right, so you can just drag this in here. All right, and yes, just like I explained, we can lock the aspect ratio of this as well, and then drag in. But then the issue here is in, you notice that when I push this in, it wasn't like the normal shape that we have to squeeze in, right? The difference is because this is text, so when you are typing, all right, so once you drag in or you drag out, all right, what happens is that you are trying to give your text a boundary, or when I'm typing, it should just fall into this size for the width and also for the height. Do you get it? So that's the way it works here. So and then that's why if you come here to the layout, that's where you can adjust it. So once you write it, once the way I edited it, it automatically switches to fixed size. It means I have given it a particular size, and I can decide to change it to an auto height. You see, automatically you didn't say what happened there. Let me go back again. See where the height of this text, so it stops here. The height of this text stops here. So once I take it to auto height, it means that whatsoever I'm typing is going to have a fixed width, but automatically it drops, it covers the the height of the text. So click on it and then you see it covers it up, but there by default you just have this auto width, and then auto width takes it back to normal. All right, so for text, the better way to be able to go to do it is either you change the size here by clicking on this drop down, or you type in the size you are looking for, or you change it to scale. So you can come here and change it to what? Scale. All right, so pull it in. You see, it wasn't like the other time. All right, so and once we have this, you can change the color. So let's change the color to white, so making it look as if it's a normal stuff. That's what I'm trying to do here. And let's say we want to try to draw it having the undo. All right, which is, so you can make use of height, or you can make use of line rather, and you can make use of the pen tool, depending on what you are looking for. But I'll prefer the pen tool. The pen tool is just like the line tool as well. So you come here, click, and let's say I'm satisfied here. And once you are done doing what you are doing, you can just come here to click on close. See, so let's increase the size. All right, so, and I can take this in. All right, so I can change the endpoint to be rounded, and I can decide to change this also to rounded too. All right, so let's say you want to write in, let's say something like a box or a rectangle. So let's try to draw a rectangle in this frame. So remember, you click on frame, so that what we are doing is inside of this frame. So let's click on rectangle and you click and drag. You remember? Yes. So once you are done dragging, and the next thing you do is, let's say you are trying to type in. So let's say I'm trying to type practice. Alright, so you drag this in here, okay, and let's come to the shape and let's increase the width so that the text is going to have space to breathe in. Alright, so once you have this here, this is how you can type, or you can type in boxes, right? Different boxes, right? And once you do this, you can actually select both by clicking on this, and then the next thing you want to do is you click on the shape that you want to group together. So what we want to do now is we want to group them together. All right, so you hold down your shift and click on the shape. You see it select both. All right, and once you select both, you can have this here, so you can do your positioning. All right, how do you want it to be, the text and the shape together? All right, so do you want to be in the middle? So this is center. All right, this is left align, this is right align, this is bottom, okay, and you have this is align top. All right, so depending on what you are looking for, so this is another way to explain alignment for you as well. All right, how you want these two elements to be able to align together. Do you want it to align based on, depending on what you're looking for? And also you can actually edit, as you can see here, the height of this text. You can reduce it. Let's say you don't like it because it's not really allowing you to, it's not allowing the alignment to work properly well. All right, you can edit it as well. So you can just click and drag in. All right, click and drag in, and you notice that automatically switches to what? A fixed size, no problem about it. It's just what you desire. Okay, so once I select both text and the box together, and I try to align it vertically, align it to the center, you see it's much different. All right, it's much different. It's because I have reduced the height of the text. All right, so another thing I want to explain about text is you can have more features again. So you can come here to this advanced, click there, and you have this. Yes, so what you have here is um you have another extra alignment for your text. That's you justify it. All right, and another thing is you can actually play with your text too as well. You can click on the underline, you can strike through, or you have it as normal like this, and underline details. For underline details, you can have it as this. So this is how beautiful Figma can be. All right, so you can cancel that. Okay, and let's go back to the basics. All right, so then for the type case, you can edit it as much as you want. This is no as just that's just as I typed it, so you can change it all to all caps. You can change this to lowercase, change this to title case, and you have this as well. So we can also have this vertical trim and even list depending on how you want it to be. The paragraph spacing, right? And then let's say you want to truncate the text, so you know what I mean. See, so it gives a dot there. So right, depending on what you're actually looking for. All right, so that's how beautiful that Figma allows you to be able to do everything that you can do. All right, and I'll see you in the next video.